What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Red and Gold Standard Podcast. My name is Zach Hernandez, and as always, I am joined by my co-hosts, Matt Llewellyn and Mike Andrews of Nothing But Niners. And we got a great show for you guys this afternoon, recapping the 49ers 26-8 victory versus the Cleveland Browns. I just noticed that I had the score wrong in the title on YouTube, so I will change that. First win in Cleveland since 1984. The 49ers get the job done. Before I toss it over to my guys, if you're tuning in on X, do me a solid, hit like and repost, jump in the chat. If you're tuning in on YouTube, do me a solid, hit like and subscribe, and also hop in the chat. Subscribe to both 49ersHive and Nothing But Niners. Like I said, we got a great show planned for you guys. Now that I got that out of the way, Matt, how you doing this afternoon?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. This game went a lot better than I expected it to. We were working against a lot of adverse conditions and going into the game with the wind and everything like that, but they took care of business, and, you can't be mad about winning in a place for the first time since I don't want to say, but I was alive the last time the 49ers won in Cleveland, so we'll just say that.
That's right. Mike, how you doing?
I'm great, man. Stand up to the shout out to the '80s babies out there that were that were alive.
Please be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s, everybody.
Right. Yeah. Yo, the first time my kid said that to me, like, I wanted to hit a kid. At the same time, it was like, yeah, but duh, right? Like, which way is it? It's like, wait, Dad, you were alive in the 1900s? I'm like, you little heifer. Like, but yeah, no, I had a great day, man. I went out to a bar. It was a lot of good people out there. Shout out to the Niner Empire Central New Jersey chapter. They were absolutely fantastic hosts. I had a really good time over there. I know people are wondering if we're going to do victory shots. We will be doing victory shots on Nothing But Niners afterwards. So you guys go out there, enjoy the 4 p.m. slate of games, and I will see you guys before those end up, okay? But yeah, so I had a good time, man. Patreon was live. My daughters are my MVPs. I'm going to go ahead and give them a round of applause really quick. They allowed me to go out to the bar, and they ran the Patreon show. So my daughters are now 2-0 when running the Patreon. The Niners are 2-0 when my daughters are running the Patreon for us. So I might have them running it the rest of the year.
There you go. Matt, Ellis has a question for you on whether or not there's a chance Fred can come back in the playoffs.
You've been getting this question for the last four weeks in a row, dude.
It's a chance, but it's not going to be in the first round. It's an outside chance. I would say the closer they get to a Super Bowl, the better shot it is. But just now he's doing like weight and mobility, like weight bearing and mobility outside of a pool. So like it's a little premature to worry about any of that stuff.
Yeah. Definitely we'll see. It would be probably late January, if at all, sounds like. Yeah. But all right, guys, this game, the 49ers go in. We weren't sure what to expect. There was snow like crazy last night. It was raining. It was windy. Wake up this morning, no snow, no rain, but the wind remained. That rhymed. But the 49ers go in. They won the coin toss and elected to receive the ball first. Did that surprise any of you guys? Kyle Shanahan's known for deferring.
I assumed that we lost it. I didn't know that we won and elected to receive.
Yeah. Any thoughts?
Mike, any thoughts? For me,
I'm thinking about
I just thought that maybe they were looking at the weather report and thinking that it was going to be clearer up front. So they wanted to get out and maybe, put pressure on the Browns and score some points right off the bat. That was kind of my thinking. And the weather stayed relatively stable, although the wind did seem to pick up as the game went on. So I'm wondering, and by the way, they called four straight passes on that first drive. Yep. So I think that kind of played into it. I think they were planning on getting out early. They were thinking the Browns would defer either way and that they would take the ball if they won the toss. So this seemed like it was a conscious decision.
Right. So like you said, they get the ball and 4 straight passes. First one, he finds Juszczyk, who's able to get 23 yards down to basically midfield already, and then incomplete pass on first down, 1 yard pass to McCaffrey on second down, 3rd and 9, incomplete pass to Kittle, and the Niners have to punt. But they punt, pinning the Browns back at their own 13. Shador starts off hitting Judy for 7 yards. Judkins runs for another 7 yards. Judkins for 2 yards. And on 2nd and 8, Judkins receives the pass for 5 yards, 3rd and 3. Sanders had Jerry Jeudy deep down the field. He had gotten past the secondary, but he sailed the pass and they have to punt, which the 49ers got very lucky because Jeudy was behind everyone. The safety, I don't remember who it was, Brown or Mustafa, but bit on something up and Jeudy would have been gone had that pass
Mustafa.
been able to get to him.
Brown.
Brown, yeah. So 49ers luck out there. Get the punt, excuse me. And then the 49ers on that punt return, Sky Moore, who has just completely revamped this kicking unit, returning unit. He's the best returner the 49ers have had since Ted Ginn was here. And boy, does that trade look better and better as the season goes on. They acquired him for peanuts from the Chiefs, like what, a week before the season started, 2 weeks before the season started. So he takes that punt and takes it back 66 yards. Gets to the Cleveland 16-yard line. Now, this is the second time in a row where it seems like he's ran out of gas, but you're muted, Matt. I don't know if you have anything to add. But
no, he gasses out, it seems like, every time he gets one of these big returns.
Yeah.
And he makes a move on one dude, and that just like all the extra gas in the tank is drained. It's like when you overuse moves in Madden and your stamina just goes down. He just ran out of stamina. He was just like, nope, I don't know. Ended up getting caught by, I think, a linebacker.
Yeah.
Great return, man. Set the
It was great. It was awesome. They get the ball at the 16, like I said. McCaffrey for 2 yards. 2nd and 8, incomplete pass to McCaffrey. And I'm thinking, crap, here we go. 3rd and 8. We're going to go 3 and out or try and get a field goal with this crazy wind. But Purdy hits McCaffrey, who's able to get 12 yards down to the Cleveland 2. And on 1st and goal, incomplete pass to Farrell. He had Farrell in the back of the end zone. This pass also sailed on Purdy. I don't know if it was the wind. I don't know if he just missed it high, but it would have been a touchdown. 2nd and goal. That
looked like the wind to me because it was like a nothing pass, and it just stayed in the air forever. And that, if you notice, that was the side that they were talking about, that was the direction the wind was blowing, that they were like, oh, they'll probably try a field goal here, or they'll probably try to take a shot here because they have the wind at their back. So to me, that indicates that probably because it was a floated pass, the wind just probably kicked up and just pushed it right out of bounds.
Yeah. The wind was crazy. I mean, and it's not like they mentioned on the broadcast that the flags on the goalposts weren't really a good indicator of what the wind was like because it was kind of like a, circling in the stadium.
The big indicator to me was every time they called a penalty and the refs turned on the microphone, you could hear the wind whistling through the microphone.
Right.
That to me is an indication that the wind's blowing pretty good.
Yeah. So go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no, that combined with the stadium officials like pulling the people from the top third levels and bringing them down, like the winds up top had to be even worse.
I didn't see that.
Bringing everyone down. The longer the game went on, the less people you saw on the third levels. They were, and I don't think they were leaving either. The game wasn't a blowout until much later in the game. Yeah. I think they were bringing everybody down.
They're probably getting wind whipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bringing them down in the concourses to be safe for sure.
So, missed the pass. I think that was 1st and goal. He missed Farrell. Purdy hands off to McCaffrey, who gets 1 yard on 2nd and goal. But on 3rd and goal, if it doesn't work, try it again, and it worked. McCaffrey up the middle for the touchdown from the 1 yard run. 49ers take advantage of this great punt return by Sky Moore, and they get up to a 7-0 lead to start. 49ers kickoff. Corley has a 26-yard return, putting the Cleveland Browns at the 30. Judkins, 7-yard run. These 7 to 9 yard runs were just routine for Judkins today. It was a little concerning. Special teams being a liability. Yeah, seriously. We'll talk about that more. We got a super chat from Gray Fox before I continue on with the recap. Thank you very much, Gray Fox. He says, Kyle and Jim were chatting up quite a bit after the game. Could be along the lines, if Saleh leaves, bring me in. I'd be all for that. Thanks, Mike. I would be 100% for Jim Schwartz. I think he's top 3 defensive coordinators in the league, and he's consistently good. That Browns defense was legit today. So the 49ers kick off and 7-yard run to set up 2nd and 3. Sanders hits Judkins for 13 yards down to the midfield. Sanders hits Larvadane for 10 yards. Judkins 2-yard run. And a few plays later, they're all the way down to the 49ers 22. And it's 3rd and 3. And Judkins runs, but Elliott and Farrell stop him for 2 yards. And the Browns decide to go for it at the 49ers 20-yard line on 4th and 1. I don't know if they were just trying to avoid having a kick with the wind, but I mean, it would have been a pretty normal field goal in normal circumstances. But they bring in Judkins, it looks like it was kind of a weird play. If I'm getting my memory mixed up. But Judkins was stopped. Bottom line, Judkins stopped for loss of 1. Mustafa and Elliott team up to get the turnover on downs. The running defense wasn't great, but boy, did they show up when it mattered. So the 49ers get the ball back. If you guys have any thoughts at any points, just stop me. 49ers get the ball back.
This is still the first quarter, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3 minutes left in the first. And you're hyped because you're like, hey, they got the stop, turnover on downs. And then Robinson, -1 yard run. Robinson, 2-yard run. And on 3rd and 9, Purdy throws it to Kendrick Bourne, who's almost able to catch it, but didn't get both. Or he did get both feet and downs, but he bobbled the pass going down on the sidelines. This was Kendrick Bourne's first target since November 9th. That's great. 3 weeks. 3 weeks the dude hadn't had a target. Mike, we talked about this a few weeks ago. He's 18 yards shy of $500,000.
And I'm not to skip all the way ahead to the last drive, but I thought for sure when I saw Matt going in there, I was like, they're going to take a shot with Kendrick. Like, they got to, right? Like, his quarterback is back in there. But they didn't. So.
Yeah. Hopefully him and Purdy could get some more.
I mean, he probably should have held on to that ball.
It was close.
He got both feet down. He needed to hold on to the ball.
I mean, he got both. His right foot went down when the tip of the ball was like in his hand. He still has to bring that back because you didn't just grip it and stay in there like that. So he had to bring it in. I mean, it's tough to do that and falling back.
Well, it's not when you tuck it. It's when they technically think you control it. And if he's bringing it in, the act of bringing it in is technically control. But he didn't hold on to it through the ground anyway. Like, it fell to the side of him. So it wouldn't have mattered.
In the bar, everyone's like, "Oh, Shanahan should have challenged that. What? He doesn't have faith in his players and all that." So that's what I was going off of, and now I ranted on Kyle Shanahan at halftime for no reason.
Yeah, the second angle, you could see that when Bourne went down, the ball was moving, and it actually fell through his arm and kind of touched the ground, and then he had to pin it. So he never had control.
It was close. But it wouldn't have been overturned if you challenged it. Unfortunately, but. Hopefully they get more chemistry, could get us more targets. So, and by the way, on the punt, Larvadain fumbles, but the Browns were able to jump on it, and it wasn't recovered by the 49ers.
At this point, I'm screaming, ball don't lie. So here I am thinking that was a good catch by Kendrick Bourne. Kyle didn't challenge it. The next play is a kick and fumble. We almost recovered it, but we didn't. I'm like, ball don't lie. We're getting the ball back on this drive. You guys mark my words. We're going to get the ball back. So I'm going crazy in the bar now.
Yeah, it was close, but I don't think it would have stood. Browns start at their own 38. Sampson gets stuffed for a yard. 2nd 11. Sanders hits Bond for 18 yards. 1st and 10 at the 44. 9-yard run by Sampson. 4-yard run by Judkins. Sets up 1st and 10 at the 31. No gain to Njoku. Pinnock with a great tackle on this play. 2nd and 10 is an incomplete pass. And on 3rd and 10, Sanders goes right for Judy, but he only gets 3 yards. The Browns, were flagged for an illegal shift. I was screaming at the TV, it's 4th and 7. Why the hell are you taking this penalty? You should be declining it. But Kyle Shanahan takes the penalty, gives them 3rd and 15, backs them up to the 49ers 36-yard line. And on 3rd and 15, Cleveland Farrell gets the sack on Shedeur Sanders, and they lose 13 yards. So even if they had an attempt at going for a field goal, which they probably would have if they're able to even get a yard or two, that completely took it off the table. And boy, was I wrong. I'm sitting there like, I was mean tweeting, why the hell did Kyle Shanahan accept that penalty? And then 2 seconds later, I'm like, that's why. Okay, so that worked out. I don't know if you guys had any thoughts on that, but I know Matt and I were both in agreement. Like, why are you accepting that? Like, what the hell? And then...
Oh, I was like, yeah, I was like, what a stupid decision. And then they get a 4th down sack, and I was like, nope, never mind.
Right.
What the fuck do I know? It's just because we've seen so many times where the 49ers get somebody in 3rd and long, and then they either get a stupid penalty, like a hold or something like that, or they give up a play. And so far in that game, they've been giving up a lot of underneath stuff, despite the fact that, like, if it was me, I know Quinshawn Judkins is the only guy that can beat me. I'm stacking the box. You know what I mean? And the 49ers didn't seem to do that. So I just, I was just like, okay, well,
Yeah, I agree. It's like you got off the field, you got a good one, and now you're going to risk it again. Like, for all you know, you're going to give up 16 on 3rd and 15. But that wasn't the case, thankfully. We do have a clip of the Kendrick Bourne drop on third down. I don't know if call it a drop, but incomplete pass, I'll say. Let me make sure you guys can see it.
Watch it again. Let's see if he's able.
So like you can see
It looks like the tip of the ball.
Yeah, look, see how it's falling through his arm, and then it's
Yeah, it
pinned
looks
against
like-
his hip. That was incomplete.
He
It
never
was a
had
great
control.
effort, but like 1 foot down there, 2 feet. If he would have kept the control of the ball, they would have called that a catch.
Yeah.
But because it hit the ground, they're not going to challenge that. Because it kind of popped back in. See, you can see.
I don't
the tip
think
of the ball right
he
there.
actually had control until the second foot hit the ground anyway.
Yeah.
When the ball's in the tip of his hands, that's right there. He doesn't have control because
No,
right there he's not holding the ball.
No, it's in
Right
the
there
air.
he's not even holding it.
So
Yeah.
either way, it was incomplete. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was like I'm glad they didn't waste a challenge on that because he definitely wastes challenges quite a bit.
Yeah. So there you
I think-
go. So
I don't know.
I'm apologizing
Shanahan-
to Kyle.
Yeah, Shanahan to me is like one of the. It's like Mike McDaniel is clearly the worst at challenging because like he's trash. Kyle Shanahan's got to be like bottom half of the league. They don't seem to get a lot of overturns.
I
He's
think
been
Mike
better this season,
McDaniel
though.
uses. I think Mike McDaniel uses challenges as extended timeouts, and I've seen coaches do that. Like they know there's no chance at them getting that, but we need a little bit longer than 20 or 30 seconds. So let's challenge something and make them look at it, and then we'll come back out here. So not to shoot him bail or anything. I think
I
he sucks
saw
and he's
you
fired, but
put up the comment earlier about Trey Lance being in. It is a left hand injury for Justin Herbert. He's questionable to come back.
Oof.
So
All right.
Trey Lance is going to get some shine. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, good luck for him. Okay, so the 49ers force a punt after the sack, and the 49ers get the ball back. Nothing really happens. They go 8 plays. Pearsall with a 1-yard catch. Kittle with a 14-yard catch. Demarcus Robinson end around for 6 yards. I thought that was a good play. We haven't really seen that from Kyle for Demarcus Robinson
did
this
too.
year. Yeah. 2nd and 4, McCaffrey 6 yards. On 1st and 10 from the Niners 47, McCaffrey 2 yards. 2nd and 8, Purdy hits Kittle for 6 yards, but there's a penalty holding, so they get 5 yards and a first down. Brian Robinson 3 yards. McCaffrey loss of 3, and then on 3rd and 10, Purdy hits Kittle for 6 yards. And instead of going for it, 4th and 4 in the Cleveland 40, the 49ers decide to punt to try and pin the Browns back at their own 10, which they do. Were you guys in agreement with the decision there to punt on 4th and 4 from the Browns 40 with
Yes.
2.5 minutes?
Yes, simply because the way that they
7
were
minutes.
headed was, into the wind. And that was a tough one. And we'll see later that it was, in retrospect, it was probably a really good call given the way that the first half ended.
True. Mike, any thoughts?
no, none for me.
Yeah, I was thinking just go for it. 4th and 4, but they didn't. They punt. And like I said, they did pin the Browns back. They were pinned down to their own 10. And I'm thinking, okay, in retrospect, they got to go 90 yards. This offense hasn't really done much all game. I think that's a good decision. But boy, did the Browns go right down the field. 8-yard run, 3-yard run, 7-yard run, 9-yard run, 7-yard run, 8-yard run, 9-yard run, 4-yard run, 1-yard run, and then on 2nd and 9 from the Niners 34, Sanders finds Fannin deep down the left for a 34-yard touchdown. Was it Gifford that was in coverage here?
On the touchdown,
Yeah.
100%. And he just fell straight on his face.
He was stumbling like an idiot out there, and it was so frustrating to watch him. And even on top of that, I think it was Green and Stout maybe that were there. They could have easily stopped him short of the end zone, but they just kind of get carried into the end zone, and the Niners suddenly are about to be tied 7-7. But even worse, the 49ers are flagged for 12 men on the field on the extra point. So the Browns decide to go for 2 from the 1, and they do kind of a wildcat formation. Judkins takes the snap, and the Niners think they get a stop on the 2-point conversion, but they gave Judkins, he said he crossed the plane. They didn't give us a straight down the line shot. The Niners defense was celebrating like they got a stop, but they called it good. They confirmed it, so I guess it is what it is. So it's 8-7 now with like 30 seconds left. 39 seconds left in the first half. And I'm thinking, holy shit, the 49ers had basically been in control this whole first half, and they're going to go into half down 1 point. Like, what a joke. So they get the ball back with 39 seconds left, touchback on the kick, so you get it to the 35. First down, Purdy incomplete to Jennings. Campbell's all over him, by the way. No flag. Happened multiple times today. 2nd and 10, Purdy incomplete. Pass again. I think he just threw this away, and I'm thinking, holy shit. 3rd down, and we're going to take 12 seconds off the clock and have to punt. But he finds Pearsall for 13 yards to get the first down, and they call a timeout. They don't call a timeout. They run up to the line, 1st and 10 from the 48, and Purdy finds Jennings for another 12 yards. Then they call their second timeout. 1st and 10 from the 40. Purdy hits Kittle deep for 33 yards. And it was a hell of a catch by George Kittle. I mean, he's going down to the ground. He kind of catches it with one arm. The defender's all over him. The ball popped out, and I'm thinking, shit. They're going to say it's not good. But nope. Upon further review, he got it, got the elbow down, and it was a catch. The Niners got screwed here, though, because they're immediately calling timeout, and you could see 7 seconds left on the clock.
It was 7 seconds, yeah.
But they didn't give it to him until 4 seconds, and they were arguing for more time.
So here's the thing. The only caveat to that is only the quarterback or the head coach can call timeout. So it doesn't matter if Kittle's calling timeout, because we saw him call timeout. It's when Purdy or Shanahan calls timeout.
That's a good point. Slick says, I don't know why he refuses to give Martin more snaps on defense. He's great on special teams. To be fair, he was concussed today, so maybe he would have.
I think he left in the first quarter, right?
First or second quarter, he was out.
Yeah. He was out.
Yeah. So the 49ers, instead of having at least time to do one shot to the end zone, they have to immediately bring on Matt Gay to kick the field goal. And it was a 25-yarder, and it was good. I don't think this is the one he doinked in, was it?
This is the one.
This is the one.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
There's 4 seconds left, and it goes up, and it looks like it's going to the middle, and then the wind just pushed it to the upright. Thankfully, it doinked off and in. So,
at the most oblique angle it could have too.
Yes,
because it hit off the left upright and went past the right upright by the referee. So it caromed pretty good. But this is why I didn't have a problem with them punting earlier. In retrospect, you're just like, well, from 40 yards, who the hell knows where that would have went? You know what I mean? And if you're thinking from the 40, actually the kick itself would have been 50 plus. You know what I mean?
I meant go for it. I don't mean kick it. I mean go for it.
Okay. Well, they didn't go. I mean, 4th and 4 is kind of hard from that area. So they kind of just played the field position.
You're kind of in no man's land. I agree. Yeah.
Listen, when all you have to really worry about is Quinshon Judkins, because the rest of the Browns offense is hot trash. Mm-hmm. Why not? Why not put the ball in their hands? And as the Browns showed you as the game went along, Brown's going to Brown. They made a bunch of mistakes, a lot of turnovers. It was the right call in the end, for sure.
Yeah. I think it would be cool if the NFL changed the rule to where it's like if you hit the upright and it goes in, it's worth 4 points. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe if you hit the upright at all, it's like 1 point.
I don't know.
That would be fun.
I don't know about that. That everybody's trying to bank it off of that.
Exactly. Upright. It would be entertaining. Okay. Anyway, they go into half up 10-8, and you're like, okay, good. And that was the best drive that the Niners had all day, because even on their scoring drive, they had a great return that set them up in plus field position. This one, they got it at their own 35 and drove the ball down the field. Purdy with passes of 12, 13, and 33 on that drive. So he looked good. The Niners, go ahead.
Quick update. Herbert's back in the game with the glove on.
That's my first time hearing that drive play by play, because I was outside doing the halftime report. So it sounds like they were very concise. Like, it didn't sound like there were many mistakes. They just marched and matriculated right down the field.
They did a good job.
Aside from the first 2 plays that went incomplete.
Right. But so the pass downfield to Kittle, you said that Kittle was kind of falling. Was it an accurate pass?
I'm putting it in the chat for you to watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that direction, I think the wind played a huge part in it. So
I have to go back and watch this whole drive, because it sounds like, oh yeah. See, and so this is the thing about Purdy, guys. And I was having this conversation in the bar with everybody. Oh, he ripped the ball out at the end, and they counted that as a catch.
Yeah, he was down before.
He was down on the ground. Wow.
Oh yeah, he was down, way down. Okay, so the thing about Purdy is this to me, and this was a big conversation in the bar. Like half of the people were screaming, "He's fine." The other half are screaming, "Get rid of him." And I'm like, guys, listen. Purdy is great when he is working in rhythm. When he drops back and just throws, like if he's not hitching and double clutching and all that stuff, I don't worry at all. It's the second the play is out of rhythm, I start getting the Jimmy Garoppolo feelings again. That's it. That's how I read Brock Purdy. As long as he's operating in flow, which is what a 2-minute drive is, which is what a 1-minute drive is, I have no concerns about Brock Purdy.
Or even later on the goal line, the red zone pass. We'll get there, but the red zone pass to Jennings that went for the touchdown. That was on time, on target. It was easy. I thought the first third down on this one to Ricky Pearsall to the sideline was a great throw. Yep. It had mustard on it. It was placed perfectly. Allowed Pearsall to get a step and go out of bounds to save a timeout. Those are all important things. And I agree with Mike. When Purdy's on rhythm, on time, I'm perfectly fine with him. It's when, again, you do the off-schedule stuff. Or for me, when he's a tick late or out of rhythm, he's going to make bad decisions. But today, despite what the stat sheet will show you, I thought today was Brock Purdy's best game of the season. Even the Arizona game, this was his best game of the season. Simply because he did not try to do too much when it wasn't there and he didn't have anything obvious. He threw the ball away. And to me, that showed me that he can do that. And the expectation would be that because of the weather, but he knew his limitations in the weather. We just have to get him to acknowledge his limitations when the weather's not a factor.
Yeah. Agreed. And I agree with you. I think this was his best performance going back to last season. I mean, it's the best we've seen from him decision wise, with all of the factors taken into consideration. The wind, it was great. Mike, what's going on over there?
A boneheaded 4th-and-1 play by the Vikings. I mean, you're in field goal. Who was? Oh my God!
What happened?
Oh my God! It's a touchdown.
He tried to avoid the sack. He retreats back like 15 yards and then like just shovels the ball forward right into the hands of the defender and he walks it in. Yep. He takes it 60 yards for the touchdown. They were at the 5-yard line, bro. You're getting points. You're getting points. Just throw it away. He shovels it forward in play. Oh my God. And threw it right to Jones.
Yep.
Idiot. Damn. Would have been 3-3.
Where's McCarthy?
He's hurt.
He's got a concussion.
Again? Yeah. Didn't he just come back?
No,
it was an ankle injury.
No, he was ankle injury, and then he got a concussion. He didn't clear protocol. But yeah, that's egregious. Oof. Trash city, man.
That's tough. I guess not everybody could have a Mac Jones.
Not everybody can be 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Damn, that's tough, man.
Brower needs to turn on 12. You know.
They had Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold, didn't they, last year?
Yep.
They've got to be kicking themselves, dude. You didn't keep one of them. You didn't keep either one of them.
To me, that says a lot about Kevin O'Connell, and I think the bloom is off the rose for him. He has developed nobody.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins was a finished product when he got there, and then he jettisoned him for Sam Darnold, who was rehabbed by Kyle Shanahan, and now he couldn't develop his own first-round rookie. I don't know, man. That's bad.
After giving him a red shirt year, too. Like, it's not even like he was thrown in there.
Red shirt year, and he comes in looking like he has no fucking idea how to play quarterback.
Yep. Damn, that sucks. All right, back to this game.
I did not.
No. I was watching it on
my facial expression was crazy.
Yeah, I was watching it on my phone, and it was still showing 4th and 1. So I'm like, oh, hopefully they're just gonna kick it. Okay, so the Browns. Where was I? They end up punting after. Or sorry. That we ended at halftime. The Niners up 10-8. Yep. Browns get the ball to start the third quarter, but they just go 5 plays, 14 yards, and punt. It was 3rd and 6, and Sanders was an incomplete pass to Fannin. And Sky Moore takes the punt for 1 yard. I think this is the one where it was kind of bouncing in traffic, and he just kind of caught it and fell down for a yard. But the 49ers also do nothing. They go 8 plays, 19 yards, and punt. This drive included 4-yard pass to Juszczyk, 7-yard run by McCaffrey, 4-yard run by McCaffrey, 7-yard run to Jennings on third and 6. So you had 1 third down completion, but there was a false start, I believe, or illegal man downfield on Trent and that backed the 49ers up to 1st and 15, and that just kind of killed the drive. They never got anything past that. It was 3rd and 15, and Purdy scrambled out of bounds for 2 yards. And then there was again holding on Burford, which was declined. So the 49ers punt, and then the Browns get the ball at their own 24 with 9 left in the third quarter. 8-yard pass to Judy. 2nd and 2, Judkins 1 yard. 3rd and 1, Judkins gets stuffed by CJ West. And on 4th and 1, they do a direct snap to Fannin. The Browns did not look ready for this play whatsoever. They're in some wildcat formation with Harold Fannin under center. I don't know if the ref coming in at the last second and then backing out like kind of messed things up. The play clock's running down. They snap the ball and Fannin drops it. And Gifford's able to jump on it, and it would have been a turnover on downs either way, but I guess this was a little easier. So the 49ers get the fumble recovery at the Browns' 33-yard line, and immediately they're in scoring range. Maybe not with the wind, but you start off with the 7-yard run by McCaffrey, 1-yard run by McCaffrey, and on 3rd and 2, McCaffrey gets 4. 1st and 10, McCaffrey for another 2 yards. 2nd and 8, Purdy hits McCaffrey for no gain, and on 3rd and 8, I'm thinking, crap, we're going to have to kick a field goal and attempt this win. But Purdy finds Kittle over the middle for 14 yards. And on 1st and goal, McCaffrey gets a yard. 2nd and goal, McCaffrey gets another yard, and it's 3rd and goal from the 2. And Purdy does a read option and carries it in untouched and hits the Dougie after. I mean, this dude was looking good. He was looking good.
Did you see Kittle's reaction to it?
Yeah, he was shocked.
Play that shit. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Fantastic play there, man. I loved it, man. Did you guys notice that there weren't a lot of throws across the middle in this game? Was that Kyle's counter to Shorts in this game?
Could have been. They were that's a good point. They were mostly to the sides.
I want to say in the third quarter. Oh yeah, here's this. Rewind it.
Hey, let's go, huh?
Let's go. Like, what? He's like, I didn't know you had that.
One more time, baby. Let's go. Yes. Love it, baby. Oh. Okay, church boy. Let's go. I like it, man.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
That's funny.
I felt like as we got into the third quarter, some of those over-the-middle throws opened up, but I think it was set up by the fact that they stayed outside the numbers to begin. And so that's kind of what they have to do. You have to set up the throws that you want Brock to make, or that Brock likes and is successful at, so that you keep the defense honest. Because a lot of teams are running cover 3. They're, instead of running like bump shifts and things like that. Actually, Rich Madrid has a really good breakdown of it. He's kind of a dick on Twitter, but he breaks down stuff nicely. So, but he has a good breakdown of it, and he's correct. Teams are taking away that middle of the field, so you have to go outside the numbers to spread the defense out. And as the game went along, they were actually able to do that a little bit more.
It was nice, and it was nice to see some mobility from Purdy dealing with that toe injury still, but he looked good today. I mean, he looked very mobile. If Mac Jones was back there, I think they probably have 5 sacks. So there was one play in particular where I have no idea how Purdy got out of it. There's another one where Garrett's kind of looking back and laughing and smiling at Brock Purdy, and right. Purdy said he told him, like, "Come on, bro, like let me get one." And Purdy said, "I'm sorry, bro, I can't."
But he did.
Yeah, he did
because
later.
He absolutely insta-shedded Trent Williams.
Yeah.
It was like those insta wins in Madden where the defender just like bowls through and you're just like, wait, what the hell, dude?
Yeah. It was all in all, I think the 49ers had a really good game plan for Myles Garrett, quick passes. But when it wasn't quick, Purdy was able to use his mobility to get away from the pressure. Mm-hmm. It was really impressive. So they get
really
the
for
touchdown.
The first time since the Seattle game.
Yeah.
He looked far more mobile today than he did against Arizona or last week against Carolina. Like, he actually looked pretty good.
Agreed. Ace Brad, Niners have only allowed 3 sacks in 5 games. Wow, that's nice. Will Chrisley, wish they did more bootlegs, and I know it wasn't a bootleg. Well, they tried one later in the game, and it kind of got weird and blown up, and Purdy had to throw it away before getting sacked. So it was a naked bootleg, probably not the best against this defense. But so the Niners capitalize on the turnover and go up 17-8. The Browns go 3 plays, 1 yard, and punt. Niners get the ball and beat that. They go 3 plays, -1 yard, and punt. And but on the punt, Morstead punts it to Larvadain, who muffs it, and it just falls right in Luter's arms. And Luter goes down immediately. He probably had a shot to get that in the end zone upon second review. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he goes down, plays it safe, and the 49ers get the ball again at the Cleveland 18-yard line. And they're up 17-8 already.
By the way,
yeah.
Can I just say that Kevin Harlan is a dirty dog because he loves saying the word muff. He said it like 12 times, and I'm like, bruh, I know you're from that generation, my friend. I know what the connotation that holds for you, and you're a sick fuck.
That's funny.
And I love him for it. And I love him.
100%. I love Kevin Harlan. He's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He calls NBA games too, right? On TNT?
Uh-huh.
He does everything. He's even done baseball games.
He's great. He's so exciting to listen to.
Yeah.
I love him.
I love the old, like, when somebody would dunk on somebody else, and he's like, he sucked the gravity right out of the building. And, like, he has all these cool phrases, and it's just like, oh, man. Or the we all know the with no regard for human life.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Amazing. Yeah. So good.
My favorite, it's not him, but in college football, he's got get away from the cop speed.
Oh, God, Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
Gus Johnson kills me, dude. There are times where his voice breaks, and I'm just like, Gus, you gotta relax, dude. Yeah, so I know we're kind of on a tangent here, but he does a lot of games with Joel Klatt, and Joel Klatt will be like, yo, doing a game with him, and he's pacing around the booth. Like, he's so high energy that he just doesn't sit down.
That's funny.
So, it makes for an exciting call, though.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
For sure. So the Niners take over, like I said, on the Cleveland 18 after the muff punt. First down, incomplete pass. Second down, McCaffrey for 5 yards. And on 3rd and 5, Purdy finds McCaffrey. Beautiful screenplay, by the way, with Spencer Burford out as a lead blocker. And on 3rd and 5, McCaffrey gets 8. Great play call. Absolutely great play call.
And insult to injury, Burford had pancaked him, and then on the way down, Christian McCaffrey just stiff-armed him to finish it. The defender just got, like, double dribbled by 2 guys.
That's funny. So then they pick up the first down. It's 1st and goal from the 5. McCaffrey gets stuffed for a 2-yard loss. He like hurdles Mason Graham, but Myles Garrett just catches him in the air and tackles him down. So it's a 2-yard loss. 2nd and goal, Purdy, incomplete pass. He kind of threw it away, if I remember correctly. And then on 3rd and goal, Purdy finds Juwan Jennings in the middle for a touchdown. And it was a dart. I mean, it was a great throw by Purdy. And they end up going for 2 to try and make it a 2-score or 3-score game, but it was incomplete. He went for Jennings again.
That
and it
throw was actually pretty good.
It was.
That throw was pretty good. It was tipped, but
reminiscent of that first touchdown of the season to Kittle in the front corner of the end zone. They also had a similar play to Ricky in that game against the Seahawks that the defender broke up. So it was close, but the defender got on it. So the 49ers end up taking a 23-8 lead with 11:05 left. I don't know if you guys had any thoughts on that drive, any thoughts on the touchdown, or want me to keep going, but it was
good. The 49ers seemed to capitalize off of really good field position, and that's kind of what separated this game for them. Because overall, if you look at like the actual team stats, it's like 1 yard of offense between the two was the difference, but obviously the score was a lot wider. So it was about 250 yards apiece, and so really bad offense overall. The Niners only finished with 91 rushing yards total. It not great, right? But they capitalized off of Cleveland mistakes exactly like you should.
Yeah. First half, they had 19 yards rushing as a team.
Yeah.
Mike, do you have any thoughts, or you want me to? Okay. So they go up, like I said, 23-8. Browns get the ball back at their own 25-yard line. And let's see. First down, 6-yard run by Judkins. Second down, 3-yard run. And on 3rd and 1, Judkins gets 17. 1st and 10, Sanders is sacked. And he's injured on the play. And Postage is flagged for holding. Sanders has to come out. I don't know if it was an ankle injury or something like that. Dylan Gabriel comes in. Short dump off to Quinshon Judkins. And D. Winters blew it up for no gain. 2nd and 20, Sanders hits Njoku for 4 yards. 3rd and 16, Sanders incomplete to Bond. They have to punt. They go for it on 4th and 16, and Sanders is drilled for another sack by Keon White. White and Farrell were great. I saw a stat that today was the 2nd highest pressure rate Keon White has generated in his career at 28.6%. per Next Gen Stats. So he had a great game. The Browns turnover on downs, 4th and 16. They get a 10-yard loss. 49ers take over the Cleveland 42. 2-yard run, and on 3rd and 6, Trent is flagged for a false start, trying to get ready for Garrett. It seems like 3rd and 11, though. Purdy hits Jennings for 13 yards. Great 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, a 37-yard run by McCaffrey. 2nd and 3, 9-yard run by Robinson. 1st and 10 at the 14, Robinson 1 yard. 2nd and 9, incomplete pass. And 3rd and 9, incomplete pass to Kittle. Matt Gay comes on for a 31-yard field goal and drills it. So the 49ers are now up 26-8. And again, the Browns go 9 plays, 27 yards. And on 4th and 26, Sanders scrambles and ends up just kind of taking a knee. Turnover on downs. Mac Jones comes in for mop-up duty. 5-yard run, 4-yard run. And on 3rd and 1, Jones sneaks it for a 3-yard run and then takes a knee to wrap it up. The 49ers win for the first time in Cleveland since 1984, 26-8. Box score, Purdy, 16 of 29, 168 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, and was only sacked once. McCaffrey, 20 carries for 53 yards and 1 touchdown. Receiving, Kittle, 4 for 67, and Juwan, 4 for 39, and the score. The 49ers recovered a fumble today. Or 2 fumbles, sorry, Gifford and Luter, and they had 3 sacks. Farrell had 2, and White had 1. So, overall, solid outing, all things considered. Really, really solid outing. Don't look now, but the 49ers have now won 3 games in a row for the first time since the beginning of the year. Remember, the knock was, they can't win back-to-back games. Well, they did that last week, and now they just won their 3rd in a row, and they get their bye week next week. So they get a little healthier. I think Kyle Shanahan said yesterday or Friday that Yetur Gross-Matos has a chance to come back after the bye. We'll see there. We'll see where BA's at. What are you guys' thoughts on this game just overall? Matt? Or Mike?
I think that this was a really good game for the Niners when it's all said and done. And what people have to realize that this was the number 2 defense in the entire NFL. I mean, this team is just as good as that Houston Texans defense. In fact, this defense, I might even go on a limb and say that they're better. I think the Texans just have better offense, so it gives their defense more time to rest. This Browns defense just lives on the field every game. I can only imagine what their time of possession. Their time of possession has to be like their opponents have the ball for almost 40 minutes every game, it feels like. Now, this game wasn't that so much because they were able to sustain some drives and all that stuff, but they still couldn't capitalize and get points on it. They finished the game after that 1 touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that was it all game long. So I just, it's a good defense going to waste. But again, that goes back to, Jim Schwartz and what he brings to the NFL as far as a defensive coach, defensive coordinator. So this was a great game for the Niners. I mean, I don't know that we're going to play another defense this good for the rest of the season. And to see us go out there and do that on the road in these windy conditions, it's an arrow up for the Niners. We're definitely going in the right direction as we go into the bye week. We get some rest. And NFL, watch out, man, especially the NFC. You guys got to watch out, man. If when we get to the dance, I think we immediately become the most dangerous team in the NFC. Not that we're a great offense or a great defense. No one's going to want to play this team because we're just too feisty. We're talking about the tested depth and everything. Everybody out there is stepping up and making plays when needed. We're just watch out, NFL. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Matt?
Yeah, listen, this game went better than I thought. And, that's a credit to the game plan that they had, the fact that they played within themselves. I think it's massive that Brock Purdy limited his mistakes and understood what the game called for and just executed that. The fact that they come out with energy every single week, I think that's a testament to Robert Saleh. And while I don't think that Shanahan necessarily figured out Jim Schwartz in totality, I think the fact that they were 3 for 5 in the red zone is a very big thing for them. When they got down there, they were able to get their points, and that's what you need to win. And the defense played well enough that they took away some of the stuff that the Browns really wanted to do and tried to force Shedeur Sanders to beat them, and he couldn't get it done. So Good win by the 49ers, and it sets up beautifully for the bye week to come out and play probably the worst team in the NFL at home in Tennessee. And then you have the quickly and surprisingly fading Colts. So when all is said and done, this is lining up to potentially be 11-4 for the 49ers. And despite all of the injuries, despite all the things that they've been through. So you can't really ask for much more than that.
No, not at all. And you mentioned 3 for 4 in the red zone. The only time they didn't score was because they ran out of time. That first half throw to George Kittle, where they were given only 4 seconds out of 7, maybe they get a shot to the end zone that goes in, and they're 4 for 4 in the red zone. They were also 11 for 17 on third down today. They were really good on third down.
Yeah, well, so I mean, they scored 3 touchdowns from the red zone. The other 2 were field goals. I mean, like. Mm-hmm. They were able to get it done. So that, it's important to get that stuff done and take care of business in that way. And, you can't ask for much more than that. They played a very clean game. The only 2 things that I saw were actually 2 special teams plays. One was the opening kickoff where they fielded it right at the sideline. And I thought you could probably let that go and get the ball at the 40. And the Browns actually did that later, but the player was like, inbounds and then caught it and then went out of bounds. That's one where it's like put a foot out and then catch it and then it's out of bounds and it counts the same. But and then the other one was I kind of tightened up a little bit on it was I think Sky Moore called a fair catch, but one of the players was blocked into position, so the ball bounced up in the air and then he fielded it. I was like, ooh, buddy, I don't know if I would have done that, but it's pretty good overall.
I thought that was a heads-up play by Sky because there's like 3 Niners in the area. Who knows if one of them gets pushed into it.
That's the only thought was like maybe he thinks somebody might have touched the ball, so he's just trying to take that out of the equation.
But it was risky. I agree with you. It's like, ooh, you better be damn sure you're catching that ball. Mm-hmm. It was very impressive. Matt Gay didn't miss, so shout out to Matt Gay with the field goals. Ben Barch did get hurt, had a foot injury. Kyle Juszczyk had a rib injury. Nick Martin had a concussion, and I think that was all of the injuries for today. None of them returned, actually, now that I think about it. I don't think the only thing that he said was that the MRI didn't show any broken ribs for Kyle Juszczyk. We'll see. But Burford, I thought, did well.
Barch that dude is made of glass. Yeah. That guy gets injured more good Lord, man.
Yeah. Agreed. So the 49ers kept the Browns. Let's see their total stats here. Sanders was 16 for 25, 149 yards and 1 touchdown. Judkins, 23 carries for 91 yards. Fannin, 3 receptions, 43 yards and a touchdown. Myles Garrett had 1 sack, and Schlesinger had 10 tackles. So overall, I mean, I couldn't have asked for more, honestly, going into this game. I was thinking it was going to be a blizzard, and I'm thinking, like, man, can we get like a 6-3 win? Like, I would be totally fine with that. I think the broadcast even said they had Kyle Shanahan saying, if we walk out of here 3-0, I'll be happy. Like, if that's the final score, I'll be pleased with that. So they took care of business, and they put up 26 points, and second week in a row, they allowed sub double-digit points. So very impressive win. I really enjoyed this win. It was nice, and after the first half became a little more stress-free.
Yeah,
Mike?
No turnovers in this game. I think there was one pass into the end zone that looked like it could have maybe been picked. With Purdy scrambling around, he rolls out to the left of the offense and tries to throw it as he's getting closer to the sideline, throws it back in, and I saw their defender get his hands on it. That looked like the only one that maybe possibly could have been picked. But other than that, I mean, very good decision making by Brock Purdy all game long. He maintained composure, and for anybody out there who thinks that toe was still an issue, let it go. It's not. It's not at all.
We had 2 super chats that I didn't get to. Let me see. Delvin, $2 super chat. We're the best in the West. Number 1 again? No crown? Why?
Well, we're not number 1 because we have more losses than the other teams with the same amount of wins. It looks like Seattle's going to get this win. So we are not going to be able to be in first place. We're going to our bye week. It's going to depend on what happens next week. So right now, the Niners will still be in third place. Once Seattle gets this win, if they do hold on for it, it'll be 3 teams with 9 wins, but we have 4 losses. They only have 3.
And Nigel Crane, pick your dog of the game from Dog Pound. Mike, is this for you?
So this is something that we do on Nothing But Niners. I'm actually going to save it because I am going to quickly do a victory shot and dog of the day episode right after this, and then I have to rush out. I'm going to take my wife to the hospital. She's been throwing up nonstop since Friday, and we thought it was going to stop. It's literally actively happening right now. Still,
jeez.
So, I don't know what's going on. I thought it was.
If you gotta go,
food
go.
poisoning thing.
Yeah.
No.
Prayers up for her, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get Matt. Let me ask you a question really quick while we're on it, though.
Sure.
Is milk a bad thing to she can't keep anything down, but she wants milkshakes. We've done the ginger ale, we've done the Pedialyte for nutrients and all. She can't keep anything down, but she wants a milkshake. It's the only thing that she wants. She can't eat anything. Is that dairy?
Yeah,
is dairy gonna be bad?
It's not great.
It's not good for her. Okay, I'm gonna tell her she can't have it.
It's dairy. It's dairy, fat, and sugar. That's probably not the best.
Brad.
Most importantly, should be hydration.
Right, and so with the ginger ale, I've been mixing in the unflavored Pedialyte and stuff to try to get her some kind of nutrients, but she can't keep anything. And this has been going on since Friday morning. It's been all day, every day.
Yeah, definitely take her in, man.
I was always taught when you finally can hold down fluids, bananas, rice, apples, and toast, I think is what they recommend, something like that.
Yeah, just a very bland diet. Unseasoned chicken. Like white rice, like all the simple shit, the stuff that you don't want, saltine crackers, all that stuff.
Okay.
But I would say maybe go out and pick up some liquid IV or something like that if she can keep that down. She needs to, water is very important, of course, but also vomiting, you're going to lose a lot of electrolytes. You're going to lose a lot of potassium, a lot of sodium, and therefore you don't want to overhydrate with water. That can also create issues as well.
Okay.
So, we'll try and wrap up here soon. I wanted to play this clip for you guys. This is Browns defensive tackle Shelby Harris. There were multiple reporters talking about how Juwan was kind of jawing back and forth with the Cleveland Browns players. So this is what Shelby Harris thinks of Juwan.
He's a hoe, and I want that known. Like, I see why he got punched in the nuts, because he said some things that you should not say to another man ever. But I don't respect it because you say that, then run behind your O-line. That's some real soft shit, and I want that known. I see exactly why they punched the nuts. I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet. He's a hoe, and I want.
Someone's a little triggered there.
I mean, listen, if we're being honest, he kind of does seem like a hoe. Let's be real. Let's be real. Fair. He does start a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Niner faithful say that's AI, right? Like I don't think so.
No, I don't think that's a local reporter, Cameron Justice, that's reporting it.
That's
hilarious.
So, man.
I'm all for players getting underneath someone's skin during the game. I think that even friends do that if they're on the opposite sides of each other, right? But it sounds like Juwan isn't really friends with any of these people, and he's just out there mixing. I mean, he's been getting into back and forth and physical altercation since he was a rookie. His blocking prowess and all that stuff. We've seen it time in and time out.
So this is the second week in a row, though, because Trayvon Morig said this too, where they were like, "Oh, what happened?" He was like, "He was just talking some crazy stuff. Like, I don't even want to get into it." And now Shelby Harris is like, "Yeah, he's saying stuff you shouldn't be saying to another man." So I don't know if he's into that Christian Wilkins type shit or what, but he's clearly doing something that's pissing people off. In a way that goes beyond football.
Christian Wilkins shit was, "I'll fuck you so good" or something like that.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. What, you know what I mean?
You're not saying stuff like that and then hiding behind offensive linemen. This has got to be you're calling people out of their names, and not just "Oh, you're a bitch, play me again." It's got to be more than that. He's got to be saying something way more foul than that.
It's got to be some real sucker shit.
Yeah.
All right.
And no, see, Yusuf says these players these days are too soft. No, they've grown up playing football their whole lives. I promise you that there's not a lot of shit talk.
Yeah, if somebody goes, "Hey, you're a bitch,"
nobody's
gonna care.
Right, no one cares about that. It's got to be something significantly more than that.
Out of pocket stuff. Yeah.
Leslie says, "Look, he's our hoe."
For now.
Right.
That's
Hoping
funny.
to get more than 350 yards this season.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck he has.
Yeah. So Niners get the win, 26-8. Take care of business. They are 9-4 going into the bye week. The Rams lost to the Panthers today.
Crazy.
Imagine giving up 31 points to Bryce Young and the Panthers. Stafford also had 3 turnovers against the Panthers. Not Niners fans. NFL were clowning Purdy and calling for his benching last week. Matt Stafford had the same exact, outcome and lost. An even worse outcome now that I think about it. So, tough shit. One of them was a pick 6 too. Just gonna throw that out there.
Okay, listen, I can't let you do that David Lombardi shit.
Oh, I'm just talking shit. I don't care about that.
Because
Obviously Stafford's better.
If you take if you take the Panthers game out from Brock Purdy and you take the Panthers game out from Matthew Stafford and you put their stats next to each other, like it's not even a comparison.
Well, Matthew Stafford's played the whole season, so it's kind of tough to do.
Well, but I mean, he's playing at an MVP level before that game.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like Brock Purdy has before this game, so Brock Purdy has 24 picks in his last 24 games. You know what I mean? Like that's not good. So it's not just like from where, like, especially because I'm on this boat, right? Like I didn't think Purdy should have been pulled, but I think that 49, like Purdy won't make it to the end of the contract. And my thing is that Purdy, okay, Dave, see, this is the shit I'm talking about. But for me, Purdy, it's just like, it's a trend. It's becoming a trend that he will put the ball into danger. And that's the stuff that I don't like. It's not about like he should be benched or whatever. It's just that he goes from being like, what we thought maybe a top 10 quarterback to I firmly think he's within that 10 to 20 range. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely a worse player or getting worse as a player with his decision making, with his inability to recognize his limitations or whatever. You can be critical of somebody and not necessarily have to have an apples to apples comparison because everybody has bad games, right? It's just when it has become a trend over the last season plus that you have to be like, okay, what is going on? Is this just like this, or is it injury, or is it the player? And so I think that's the difference between, what Stafford did today and what Purdy did, is that Stafford has been playing well.
No, for sure. It's rare that you get a literal, like, we played them and then they played them. And I saw Rams fans talking shit all week, and then their quarterback comes out and has a similar shit to that type performance and then loses.
Listen, Jim Everett, the great ass. Yeah, he was in here talking all his shit, and he's ghost town. He's nowhere to be found.
Haven't heard from him at all.
Top
He's
ranked
so lucky
defense.
I didn't know how to contact him.
Fucking peep.
Yeah. Top ranked defense got shredded by Bryce Young and Ted McMillan. Ted Rowe McMillan. I know he doesn't like Ted.
Yeah.
So I just think that's hilarious, and I'm going to laugh at it.
Oh, for sure.
Obviously, Stafford's better than Purdy, especially this season. Obviously.
And I was wrong. I didn't think Stafford was going to make it through the season with that back thing that he had in camp, but he's played really, really well. So, but I'm not mad that he played like dog crap today.
Yeah.
That just helps the Niners.
Yeah.
Too bad Minnesota's not going to do anything for us.
Right. I was going to say, currently, Seahawks are up 13-0.
Yeah.
Vikings had the ball. We all heard us talk about it earlier. Could have gone up or tied at 3-3. Instead, they picked 6. So we'll see. Any final thoughts on this game, guys, before we wrap up?
No. I mean, good win. They get a break at the right time. I do think that we ought to pay attention to the bye week. Mm-hmm. If they don't, after the bye week, if Brandon Ayuk doesn't have his practice window open, he's not coming back this season. He'll never play another down for the 49ers. I'm just telling you that right now.
Yeah.
That's going to be very, very important to see. And expect against the Titans, expect Eric Kendricks to make his 49ers debut.
That's right. Because Curtis Robinson was the liability out there today. He was
Gifford too. They're terrible in coverage.
Yeah. Hopefully Martin can come back.
Not that Eric Kendricks is any great shakes as a coverage guy, but at least he's a veteran out there. Right. But I do think, I think Martin will be able to come back, obviously, with 15 days, like 2 weeks plus of recovery. He should be able to come back.
Yeah. Mike, any final thoughts?
Just that super chat there from Delvin. I just saw pop up there. Give her a bomb. That's the second one there. Matt, man, they love the episode. They want to see more of you, and they want to see you with Tony, which is very, very interesting. Tony is an X's and O's guy, so it'll be a lot of fun to see how you guys feel about things. Listen, I'm for it. If Matt's for it, I will reach out to Tony and see.
Why does he feel different about Brock Purdy? I feel like that's kind of.
No, I mean even after the 3 interception game, I was talking with Tony. He was like, "Yeah, I just don't know anymore." So it's not. I don't. It's and listen, this.
And I love
thing,
Tony.
right?
I've known Tony for forever. You know, when we were all in the same group. So yeah, I know Tony.
I think it's okay to watch Brock Purdy throw 3 interceptions in the first half, almost throw 2 more in the second half, and say he should have been benched. He should have been benched, right? And we get the win, right? People were saying that after the win, so it's not like we lost and it was like emotions. It was like, listen, maybe he's not ready, or maybe he's, he needs more time. I'm okay with that kind of mindset, and then it's okay to watch him in this game and say, hey. He was still making the right decisions last game with those interceptions. He was just a beat late. Today he stayed in the confines of the system, right? It's okay to have those emotions go up and down. That's what football is. You're supposed to react to each individual game, and then when the season's done, you step back and say, are there better options? And if not, that's your guy. So it's okay, So I don't think it's wrong to be bench him, and then this game say, see, I don't think Mac Jones would have been able to do that. So this is why we have Brock Purdy. So I think it's all okay. It's just that when people try to hold you to one opinion and say, you said this back in 2019, so that's your thought, and you got to stick with that's the weird shit. It's when the fans try to hold somebody to one thing or the other.
Hey, when he does this, don't do the switch up. And it's like, wait, so you don't want me to adjust my opinion based off of new information? Like you just want me to be a ridiculous, close-minded asshole? Like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't even know anybody who operates that way, except like in politics. Like that's the only time where people are like one way and that's it, hard line. Like other
I
than
know
that,
I know somebody that's like that, but I'm not gonna say.
All right, we should end it there. Mike, please let the folks know where to find you. You're going to be doing a show right after this, correct?
We're going to be doing the victory shot. So, guys, please head on over. If you guys are already watching here, stay here. I made a post. If you guys plan on joining, the link is already there. I made a little post with the link in there. You guys can click that link and join for the victory shots. If you're looking for bonus content, if you're looking for game day, somewhere to watch the game, patreon.com/NB9ERS. Not sure what we're going to be doing next week. Maybe we just sit there together and watch some Red Zone or something. I'll leave it up to the Patreonians on how they want to handle it. Maybe there's a certain game that they want to see. Maybe one of our division opponents or something like that are in a close one, and we can do it that way. But I'm all for it. So make sure you guys get there. We will have a lot of fun. Please, guys, come join us. Get your dog of the day ready for the victory shots, and we're going to be getting out of there. Again, a short show, maybe 15 minutes tops, and then I'm going to go and take care of wifey after that.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in, guys. 49ers get the win. Much appreciated. Matt, do us the honors. Carry us out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Look, 9-4 with everything that the team's been through, getting over a little bit of that monster and Jim Schwartz for Kyle Shanahan. He gets to notch another win under his belt. Can't ask for more than that going into a bye week. So hopefully the 49ers can get a little more healthy, get a little rest, gear up for the last 4 games of the season. 2 should be very winnable, arguably 3 if you get a nice division game against Seattle in week 18. The only one that really worries me is the Bears, but we'll get there. It's shaping up nicely for the 49ers to be able to make the playoffs. Yep. Yes.
I told you guys we were going 5 out of the next 6 games. I just want to remind everybody. People were telling me I was crazy. Someone said I was a crackhead for that kind of take. I'm watching. I'm watching.
That's right.
Well, listen, I think given everything that's happened to this team to be 9-4, I don't know if anyone would have thought we would have been here. So we got to enjoy it. Everybody enjoy next week of stress-free football when the 49ers can't make you go on an emotional roller coaster, hopefully. But enjoy it. Spend time with your family, do the things you love and just take it easy. Maybe watch some Red Zone. It'll be nice. And then we can come back and beat up on a very, very bad Titans team. So thank you guys for joining us here today. Wonderful win for Mike, for Zach, for myself. We couldn't do this without you, and we love having you here. So until next time, go Niners.